McClure from Whole Foods Market. And Kristen, I was actually just at Savio downtown with my friend Amy, and she showed me how to make the perfect version at the bar of a mint julep. And so with all the derby parties coming up and Derby right around the corner, I figured you could show us kind of your version of how to make the perfect mint julep at home.
Yeah,
so thank you so much for coming here today. And in your opinion, what makes a good mint julep?
The syrup.
The syrup, okay.
Yeah, you have to have a good syrup. And honestly, sometimes you can get a mint julep and it's less than memorable. We've all had those, I'm sure. So years and years ago, I kind of developed a syrup the way that I like to make it, and it makes it a lot easier to drink and a lot more pleasurable and not so hard on your taste buds.
Exactly, and I think one thing most people do wrong with their mint julep is it's either that too syrupy sweet or it's that fake syrup. So I love that you actually make your own, and you have it for sale at Whole Foods, which is really cool. It cuts down half of the work by making it at home. So, okay, well, tell me how it's made.
Sure, absolutely. So, simple syrup normally is like 1 part to 1 part. So, 1 part sugar, water, 1 part sugar. Okay. The way I like to do it is I mix not just granulated sugar, but I use granulated sugar and powdered sugar.
Okay.
So, it gives it kind of a little bit of a, I don't know, it's like a richer taste, I think. And it makes it just a little bit smoother.
Okay.
So, and instead of doing 1 to 1, I do 1 part sugar to 1.5 part water.
Okay, so it's more of a mixer rather than a concentrate.
Yep.
Okay, cool. That's a great idea. Amy at Savio was saying that they do a very concentrated version, but they only make the 1 single, and I think that your version would be awesome for parties. So with our racing club, I know we're throwing a lot of big parties for Sante Sellers, and you know, making a pitcher is really appealing to me to be able to just kind of serve it and not have to worry about making them for everybody.
Who wants to make individual cocktails all night long? Not me.
I just want to enjoy a drink and socialize. Cool. So you start with your minted simple syrup. I love that.
Yeah. So the way that this has been made that we're selling at Whole Foods is you basically just take your water and your sugar, you combine it, and put your mint in there, and then you let it boil down.
Okay.
And then right when the mint starts to get, and this is a technical term, yucky.
Yucky?
Yeah, when it gets yucky,
get rid of it.
You pull the mint out, and then you let it boil down just a little bit more. You let it concentrate a little bit more without the mint. You take it out, let it cool, and then you just put some fresh mint in there, you know, slap it really good, and put the fresh mint in the cooled syrup and let it sit.
I like that you add the fresh mint, because I think that's the key, is that fresh flavor. I love that pop.
It brightens it up a little bit, because mint can kind of make it look a little, you know, again, technical term, yucky. But if you put that fresh mint into the cooled syrup and let it just kind of sit there,
it adds this brightness of flavor.
Super bright and so good, and it just makes for a great mixer with your delicious Kentucky bourbons.
That sounds amazing. So speaking of bourbon, what's your favorite kind of bourbon? I know Whole Foods has a million to choose from. How do you even choose? Where do you start?
Well, I just start by sampling every single one of them.
Okay.
Back to back to back. And then,
by the end, one tastes good, right?
By the end, they're all great.
Right. Perfect. So
So what I like to use for a mint julep is Woodford Reserve. I mean, Woodford Reserve is a classic bourbon. Yeah, you're not getting too complicated. Everybody knows it's good. So.
And it's a decent bourbon for drinking by itself, or mint julep. So if you have some left over, you can pour it on that.
And it's not, you know, super duper expensive. We sell, we have tons of it. You know, we have the double oaked as well, and which is a good thing.
I haven't tried that one. I'll have to get into Whole Foods for a tasting.
Better get in there. So are you ready to make one of these?
I'm ready to learn. Yeah, show me your magic.
One of these bad boys. Okay, so first of all, clean hands. These are clean.
Hands are clean.
Yeah, hands are clean.
Okay,
so you want ice. Yeah. And if you have the tools to do crushed ice, do that.
I was going to say, that was one of Amy's tips, was crushed ice. But at home, we don't always have ice crushers.
At home, if you're not doing it, let's just, you know.
Keep it simple.
Be reasonable here. We're at home doing this. We're not out. Which, you know, let's face it, everybody likes to have a cocktail made for them. But, you know, if you're not doing that, I'm not doing that, I'm going to be drinking it at home. So this will be just fine. Yeah. But you want lots of ice. Lots and lots of ice, because you want that bourbon to kind of get a little bit watered down towards the end of the drink, because
so it's not too strong.
It's all bourbon. This cocktail is
I do like to taste my bourbon, though. I know a lot of mint juleps, people make them and they're almost too watery, and you end up, like you were talking about, drinking a few too many and then you're screwed. So I like being able to taste my bourbon, but not too much.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to make one for you and one for me.
Perfect.
Okay.
I don't like to share.
Me neither.
So we've got our bourbon. And how many ounces of bourbon did you use?
It's about 1 ounce.
Okay. So not too strong. Good.
Yeah, not too strong.
Especially with Derby, it's a marathon. It's all day. You can't too much bourbon in the morning.
No.
It's the race.
Well, you start off in the morning.
Right.
Very little bourbon.
Yes, yeah. I know with our racing club tailgate, we've got a long day ahead of us, so I don't want to do too much.
Yeah, just a little bit.
And then you're adding your minted
the
simple syrup.
Yeah.
So it's about 1 part bourbon to maybe 3 parts simple syrup. Okay.
And then the trick is with your mint julep. And I like to do this whole thing.
Yeah.
You know.
I like lots of mint. I think mint's the key.
Well, I mean, when you take a drink of your cocktail, you're gonna first drink with your nose.
Yeah,
that sounds really silly, but
it's like food.
Yeah, it's just like food. So what you smell is part of the experience. Right. So we're gonna do a whole thing of mint.
I love
that. Yep. You smack it real good.
Give it a smack. Here, I'll do one too.
Okay, you do one of those.
Just in case your hands aren't as clean as you say. So you give it a whack.
Give it a whack.
Like
it's a good whack.
Okay. Ooh, it's stuck to my hand now. And it just opens up. It's so fragrant and delicious.
Now your hands smell good.
And I love the garnish because you see it and you know what it is instantly. You look at it and you know it's a mint julep.
And sometimes you could sprinkle a little powdered sugar on there too.
Okay. Yeah.
And that'll be really pretty. So
I like it just as is. So let's give it a taste. See how you did. Did you stir it or anything, or you just leave it as is?
Well, you know you can stir it, but
just to make sure the
little James Bond stir there.
And then a good cheers.
Cheers. Happy Derby.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited to give it a taste. That is so good. Oh my gosh. And it's just sweet enough. You don't have that syrupy sweetness.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah, you really get the sweetness with the bourbon. And I love reserve bourbon. It's so delicious. I could drink a few of these.
Let's do it.
Well, cheers again. Thank you so much for joining me. You can get all the ingredients for this recipe at Whole Foods Market in Lexington Green.
Yeah, absolutely. We have it all for you.
Awesome. Thank you so much for coming, and let's enjoy this
delicious
cocktail.